Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my time, wherever you are in the world. You're welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time stopping by, you're most definitely welcome. So guys, this is the dress we're going to be creating today. This is not even actually her dress, but she and my client, they both have the same height, almost the same height and the same body weight. I think she's a little bit taller than my client actually. So this dress is 95% done because I was yet to weave um the hem part of the dress, so I just told her to fit it on. Let me see how it looks like, but it really looks beautiful on her. So this is the dress that we're going to make. If this is something that you want to learn, please stay tuned and keep on watching. Remember to subscribe, like and share. I am almost at 500 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Thank you guys for sticking through with me. Please like this video, comment your thoughts. I really like you to comment your thoughts. It will also push the algorithm to push my video. When you like my video, other people too, other fashionpreneurs, fashion stylists are also going to see my video and are also going to learn and also help encourage me to keep on posting more. So guys, I really love you guys. Let's get straight into the video. Hi guys, so what we'll be using for this tutorial, we'll be needing our curve ruler, our tape, our chalk and our scissors. Okay, before now I had previously ironed my fabric. This is an excess fabric, but we're going to be taking out the actual length that we need for our design. So I had just fold it like so. So let me show you guys what we are going to be doing. So for the length of my client is around 52 inches in length. So I'm going to be taking that, I'm going to be noting that down. So I'm going ahead to take out the length that I needed. So for the front of this dress, I'm going to be coming down by 4 inches for the front. This is going to be the front. This is where our chest line is going to be starting from. So I am coming down by 4 inches. Then when you see, then if I go down by 4 inches, as you can see, we have around 51 inches for the full length of this dress. So I'm going to take out the front first of all. So guys, I've gone ahead to take out the front part of the dress. Guys, for the back of our dress, since the back is going to be starting at our waistline, from our shoulder to waist is 17 inches, but I am going to be coming up by 2 inches from 17 inches. So 2 inches from 17 inches is 14 inches. So I am going to be coming up by 14 inches because we are still going to leave a fold where our rubber band is going to pass through. So I'm going to be starting from 14 inches for our back. Inches. So this is where I am going to be cutting out from. I'm just drawing a faint line across so it doesn't show on the dress. So I'm going to go ahead right now to cut it out. So guys, because of this pattern of this dress, we are not cutting on bias. So assuming that this is not because of the pattern of the dress, we would have
cut this dress on bias, but because of we want to still retain the front design and the pattern of this Adelier fabric, hence we are cutting like so. So guys, just stick through and see how this dress is going to come out. So right now I have gone ahead to cut the back. So guys, for the back of the dress, we have a total box of 21 inches. I was recording this if I didn't know it wasn't recorded, so pardon me. So we have a total box of 21 inches. We're going to be using 1 inch for our sewing allowance, and we're going to use the remaining 20 inches for what we're about to do. So at the waist area, that is the closed area of this dress, I am going to be coming down by 1.5 inch, because we still need a fold that we're going to be putting our rubber band. We still need the fold that we're going to be putting our rubber band, which is going to take at least 1 inch. So we're going to be coming down by 1.5 inches. Then our waist is 33 inches divided by 8.25. So we're going to be estimating that to 8.5. This is not a tight fitted dress, a fillet dress. So at this area, so we are going to mark this. So if you look at the picture that we have on the thumbnail, you can see that there's a little bit of V around the back area. So that is why we are coming down by this 1.5 inches that we have here. So just to give us that V kind of shapy design at the back. So at the edge of the dress, we came in by 4 inches. 1 inch is going to be using 1 inch is going to be used for our sewing allowance, and the 3 inches is what we're going to be using to extend our flip. So we come down like so. So guys, after noting down our 1.5 inch that we have here, so sorry about this line here, so we're going to be indicating our 4 inches mark, our 4 inch at this area right here. Then we are going to be take note of that by drawing a perpendicular line. Please guys, use a straight ruler for this. I'm just going to be drawing a very faint line down like so. Then from this edge, I'm going to mark our flip using freehand. I don't want us to temper with the design of this dress. If not, I would have done it in the bias form. But I don't want us to temper with the nipple design, you know what I'm talking about here. So that's why, if not, I would have cut it in a bias form. But we're not doing that today. So I'm just going to use freehand to connect our flip till we get to the edge. So you see what we did here, like so. So this is how we are going to be cutting. Then we are going to draw like a U-shaped line connecting to this edge. So it's what we'll have. We are going to cut our flip. So guys, we have our flip for the back. This is just a slight flip. So we have our flip for the back. So guys, we are done with the back. So I am just going to go to my sewing machine right now to give us I'm going to sew in a fold where our rubber band is going to pass through. Then I'm going to gather it fit into the total waist of our client, which is 8.5 inches. I'm going to gather it round till I achieve 8.5 at the back. Then for the front of the dress, like I initially said, we came down by 4 inches. I'm going to draw in it. I'm going to go sew in this way and leaving a little bit space for where our rubber band is going to pass through. Then I'm going to sew it like so. But for the edge, so guys, for the front of the dress, we are going to be coming in by 4 inches, same way we did for the back. So total box for this, for the front is, okay, we have same thing, 21 inches, 0.5. Then we are going to be using, so we came in by 4 inches, 1 inch for sewing allowance and 3 inches what we'll be using for our flare. So I am just going to go ahead right now to connect. Okay, let's get our armhole. So we took out 4 inches, which is going to be the space for our chest, which is going to be the space for our chest line. So by the time we fold this in for our rope to pass through, we'll be having around 5 inches. But nevertheless, I'm still going to leave it like so. So I'm going to be coming down by 9 inches, which is our armhole. So I'm just going to bring something like this. Then I'll take out something like this. So I'm going to be cutting our armhole like so.
Hi guys, so this is where I got to find out that the fabric I have will not be enough for me to get a flare for the front. So I am just showing you guys this is what you have to do if you eventually have enough fabric to do a flare, because this is the total box of my of this particular dress is 40.25. that is on fold. It is now 21 inches. So I think maybe on fold, if you have like 30 inches, you should be able to go you should be able to get a flare. But this is how you should do that if you actually have enough fabric. So I'm just doing this to show you guys, because I ended up I did not cut out a flare for the front. I only cut out that flare for the back. So just like as you can see on the video, the back side of the dress was looking way more flare than the front. So
our bust is 10 inches. 40 divided by 4, that is 10. So we have 10 for our bust. So that means that we are using an excess of 8 inches. Okay, we're going to be folding in 1 inch for our excess for the size of the dress. So we are going to be using 7 inches for the gathers. So that's what we're going to be using for the front of the dress. That's what we're going to be using to gather the dress. So you can also start from here to draw your line. Then we are going to be cutting in a U form like so. I'm going to be cutting like this to get our armhole. Then from here we are going to cut in a very in a slanty form to get to the edge. Hope you guys understand. I am so sorry for the roughness on the chalk. So guys, let's go ahead to cut it out. So guys, if I had more fabric, I would have gone the extra mile to, like, if this fabric is bigger than this, let's say I have like 30 inches at the front, at the front box, I would have gone an extra mile to do my flare. But if you have enough fabric, you can do that. Just from here, just get a flare, an A-line flare from there. But because of this fabric is not enough, and I don't want to run shortage, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the back. I'm going to use the back that I already cut in a very slightly flare form. I'm going to use it to guide myself when I am sewing the both sides together. Hope you guys understand. So guys, if you remember, from the back of the dress I came down by 14 inches. I came down by 14 inches with from our waist to from our shoulder to waistline is 16 inches. So I came down by 14 inches because I'm still going to be needing an SS. I'm going to fold in so that we can pass in our rubber band. So just the same thing I am going to do for the front. So I am going to be indicating 16 inches at this front part. So we came down by 4 inches for our chest line, then 1 inch that we're going to be using for our fold, making 5 inches. So I am going to be coming down by 5 inches. So we have 16 inches here. So I am going to be coming down by 16 inches. By the time we fold our back, we're going to be having, by the time we'll finish sewing our back, we're going to be having 14 inches at the back, starting as our starting line for the back. So this is where our 16 inches is. This, I'm going to be indicating that on both sides. Then, so hence I didn't want to cut out a flare because I'm going to be running out of shortage. So this this curvy line at this edge, I'm going to be sewing it like so. Either I use a bias or I turn it twice for me to sew. So I'm going to be cutting it. I'm going to be having something like this. So I am going to sew like so, so that our starting line for our back is going to match with the starting line for our front. Hope you guys understand what I am trying to say. So I don't want to run shortage, so because I don't have a bias right now. If not, I would have used the bias to turn it, but since I don't have a bias, so this is what my sewing for the front is going to look like. So I am going to be joining the back at this particular line I marked here for the both sides of the dress. So right now I'm going to go to my sewing machine to sew it like so. I'm going to be doing like this for the other side as well. Then I'm going to be running a hole at this chest line. Our total chest line is 10 inches. Then for adding 2 inches is we're going to be having 12 inches. So I'm going to be gathering just light gathered. I'm going to be gathering around for the chest to be tight enough. I'm going to be using 9 inches for the chest, so that we're going to be having a lot of space for her busts. So I'm going to be gathering up to 9 inches for the chest line. So guys, let's go ahead right now to do that. So guys, I've gone ahead to iron my strips I'm going to be using for the neckline. So something like this will do. So I am going to be passing it through the hole, which I'm going to show you right now. So guys, I had gone ahead to sew to create my channel. Sorry about this, needle just pierced my hand. Like, since I became a tailor, this hasn't happened to me. This is the first time it's happening to me. Like, the scar is huge and very, very painful. So sorry about that. That is why I have this on my hand. So I just created the channel for my rope, but I am going to be inserting, so this is the rope that I created. I had already gone ahead to create it. So I am going to be inserting a rubber band. So our chest line is 15 inches. So I am going to be minusing 4 inches, making 11 inches, so that our chest line is going to have a grip. So that is what I am going to do right now. So I'm going to do 12 inches, so that we use 1 inch for our sewing allowance. Then I'm going to cut. So now we have our rubber band. So I am going to pass this through till I can be able to get this. I'm going to pass this through and gather it. Then I'm going to sew the edge. Then I'm also going to be putting our strip. Then I'm going to sew that. Then I'm also going to close this, just like I explained before. I'm going to be ending it at this. I'm going to be ending it at this particular line I created. I don't want to run out of space, so hence, since I'm not going to be using a bias, I just want to fold it. So I didn't want to take much because we are managing our fabric. So I am going to close this as well after putting my rope and after putting my rubber band. So I'm going to do that for the front. then we are going to come back to what I'm going to do for the back. So guys, I have gone ahead to channel my rope inside. I have also sewn the rubber band, sorry guys, rubber band to the dress. I sewed just one to the side, just like as you can see here. I sewed it just one to this particular side, so hence we have it like that. So that is the reason why we still have a channel to pass through for our rope, to understand. Okay, let me use the spot to show you. So after putting the rubber band, I sewed just one part of the channel to the rubber band, just one part, so that I can have an open hole where I can pass my rope. As you can see, it's still adjustable. So same thing I did here. I sewed just one side so that I can have can even mistakenly sew one part, so that my rope is still adjustable, as you can see on this particular side. So I still created I just sewed the rubber band just to one part of the hole. So I am going to be sewing this and putting it inside. So while I am closing the sides of I'm yet to close this to close the side. So while I am doing that, I'm going to push that inside and sew it out. So as you can see, it's still adjustable at the front part of the dress. So that's that for the front. Then for the back, so this is our back dress. This is our back. This is the V kind of design that we had at the back. So I'm just going to create my channel while also taking notes of the back design. But I'm not going to be using the tiny rubber band for this back. So our waist is 33 inches divided by 4. We'll have 8.5. Times that by 2, we should be having 16.5. So I'm going to be minusing 16 inches. I'm going to be minusing 6 or 5 inches so that we have a grip at the back of our waist. I'm just going to be taking out 6 inches, so we have 10. So 1 inch is going to be used for our sewing allowance, so we now have 11. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. So this is what I'm going to use to pass through at the back of this, because I want the back to balance very well. So I'm just going to go ahead right now to create the channel. Then I'm going to be using this for I'm going to pass it through, so we have our waistline. So guys, just like I explained earlier, I'm going ahead to put my 1 inch rubber band, so you can see the seams. So I inserted the rubber band, and I've also sewn the edges. So for the front, I am gonna have to sew the armhole and pit part. So I have sewn it like so, connecting it to the waist part. So let's take this on the other hand. So here we have 4 inches. So as you can see, this is the waist area. This is the waist area. 4 inches is the next to chest, where we want the gown to start from. That is the 4 inches that we used earlier. Then, as you can see, connecting to the waist, so this 16 inches. So same thing I did for the other side, 16 inches. So I'm going to go ahead right now to iron this down, so that I can now go ahead to sew both sides.
Hi guys, so I don't know what happened to my voice in this particular part of this video, like I don't know, but hope you guys can hear me. After I finished sewing the both sides of the armhole down to my waistline, I went ahead to join the back to the front, right side facing right side, just like as you can see. So I'm just going to iron this both sides down first of all before I go ahead to sew front and back together, while also guiding my sewing using the back flea that I have, so that at least I can have a little bit of slight flea style attached to the front as well. So that is it. So I'm going to go right now to
the sewing machine to sew it both sides. So after sewing it, I may or may not sew 2 inch on the waist. That is, I'm going to run a one straight line on the waist area, so that this is more firm on the back of the waist. So I'm going to run 1 inch here and 1 inch at the top, so this is very, very firm. So I'm going to go ahead right now to sew both sides, and then I'm going to show you guys how the dress looks like.
So guys, this is the actual owner of the dress. Like, I had to plead with her that please just make any video for me. I need to show it to my YouTube subscribers, let them see how the dress came out to look. And she really loved the dress. So you can see the back flay, and you can see the front, how we actually got a slight flay attached to the front as well. So she's the actual owner of the dress, and you can see how beautiful the dress came out to look on her. So guys, I know that you learned a lot from this video. If this is your first time, or maybe not your first time, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, and also share, and I'll see you in the next one. Also remember to drop your comments, please. Drop your comments, tell me what you feel, tell me what you think. Drop your comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.